Hello friends. Welcome to my 2 days and 2 nights itinerary in Hanoi, Vietnam. I'll also be sharing a separate video for my Sapa adventure soon, so stay tuned. I arrived in Hanoi at around 8 p.m. From the airport, I hopped on a bus heading to the city center, where my hotel is located. I checked in at Lakeview Backpackers Hotel, which is right in the heart of the city. After freshening up, it was time to find some food. As they say, when in Vietnam, do as the Vietnamese do, so I decided to eat like a local. I ordered a bowl of delicious noodle soup from a street vendor and enjoyed it right on the sidewalk, surrounded by locals. After dinner, I took a nighttime stroll through the city. The streets were buzzing with energy, and I couldn't resist stopping by a localized popsicle shop to try their famous treat. I ended the night just walking around, taking in the sights, and observing how the locals enjoy their evenings. It was a peaceful way to close my first night in Hanoi. The next morning, I started my first full day in Hanoi with an exciting city tour. I booked a spot on an open double-decker bus, which took me around all the main roads and tourist spots in the city. It was a great way to get a feel for Hanoi's blend of old and new. For lunch, I headed to the famous train street. This narrow street has become a popular spot because of the train that passes right through while people enjoy a meal or coffee. I ordered lunch, and just as I finished, the train whizzed by. It was such a unique experience. In the afternoon, I continued exploring on foot, visiting local shopping centers and souvenir shops. Walking through Hanoi's bustling streets, you can really feel the pulse of the city. That evening, for my second night, I decided to experience Hanoi by night once again. This time, I hopped back on the open double-decker bus for a nighttime city tour. The city looked completely different with all the lights, and it was a magical experience. On my second and final day in Hanoi, I started the morning by visiting a local vendor to try Xôi Com Hat Sen, a traditional sticky rice snack with lotus seeds, wrapped in a lotus leaf. It was delicious. After that, I couldn't leave Hanoi without trying the famous egg coffee, so I stopped at a cafe to enjoy this creamy and sweet drink. It did not disappoint. I spent the rest of the day visiting more of Hanoi's iconic streets and tourist attractions. There are so many places to explore in the city center, and one day just isn't enough. The mix of history, culture, and modern life makes every corner of Hanoi fascinating. To wrap up my trip, I treated myself to a meal at Jollibee. As an OFW, overseas Filipino worker, living in Thailand, I don't get to enjoy Jollibee often because there are no branches there, so this was a special treat for me. That's it for my 2-day Hanoi itinerary. I hope you enjoyed coming along on this adventure. Be sure to follow for more travel tips and adventures.